SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk criticized President Joe Biden, deeming his administration biased against Tesla and saying it appears to be controlled by unions during a speech on stage at the COTE conference in Beverly Hills, California. Elon Musk also mocked President Joe Biden over the weekend after Saturday's successful splashdown of SpaceX's Inspiration 4 flight carried 4 tourists on a 3-day orbital mission. When someone asked Musk on Twitter why Biden hadn't acknowledged the accomplishment, the SpaceX and Tesla CEO offered some choice words. "He's still sleeping," Musk responded in the Sunday afternoon tweet, echoing the insult of former President Donald Trump, who referred to Biden by the nickname Sleepy Joe. Musk, in his typically irreverent form, also repeated several of his prior taunts against federal financial regulators at the Securities and Exchange Commission, reiterated his support for cryptocurrency and nuclear energy, and said he is optimistic about Tesla and tech in China despite recent antitrust and cryptocurrency crackdowns there. Beef with Biden. Code host and Recode editor-at-large Kara Swisher asked Musk to explain recent tweets in which he chided President Joe Biden. Musk sighed, "You know, Biden held this summit, didn't invite Tesla, invited GM, Ford, Chrysler and UAW, an summit on the White House, didn't mention Tesla once, and praised GM and Ford for leading the EV revolution. Does this sound maybe a little biased or something? And you know, it's not the friendliest administration. Seems to be controlled by unions, as far as I can tell." Swisher asked him if he is waiting to get former President Donald Trump back or to be president himself, and he said no on both counts. On taxes, Swisher asked Musk, who is currently the wealthiest person in the world, according to Bloomberg, to respond to criticism that while his companies have received a good deal of government contracts and subsidies, the CEO has avoided paying some taxes personally in the U.S. through creative, if legal, accounting practices. In June, the investigative news site ProPublica reported on Musk's tax bill as part of a massive analysis of billionaires' finances. They found that Musk's income tax bill amounted to zero in 2018. Musk consulted ProPublica's reporting, calling it tricky and misleading. Then he said that the number was so low because he does not draw a salary, so his cash compensation is basically zero. Musk borrows money against stock options that vest over time instead. As he has amassed more and more shares in Tesla and SpaceX, he said he has not really bothered to take money off the table by selling a stake. The success of SpaceX and Tesla was far from assured, Musk said. They skirted bankruptcy many times, but I never tried to take money off the table. And now this is trying to be turned around and made into a bad thing. Publicly traded Tesla never issued a notice to shareholders that it was near bankruptcy. When Musk's stock options expire at Tesla, the CEO said his marginal tax rate will be over 50%. "I have a bunch of options that are expiring early next year, so a huge block of options will sell in Q4 because I have to or they'll expire. So you will eventually pay a lot of taxes," Swisher said. "Massive, yeah," Musk said. "Basically, a majority of what I sell will be taxed." He said critics may believe that wealthy people borrowing against their stock is a trick to get away from paying taxes. But, he said, this is not uncommon and can be a risky move. Borrowing against stock is all sort of fun and games until you have a recession and you hit the margin calls and then you go to zero, which happens basically every time there's a recession. "I've definitely gone on record and said I think our stock price is too high in my opinion, and this did nothing to stop the rise of the stock price," he said. "So, I don't know, what am I supposed to do, you know? I'm not the one making it go up." The audience laughed. "I think it's important to bear in mind, my actual tax rate is 53%. They're trying to make it sound like I was paying very low taxes, but in fact my taxes are very high. A huge amount will be paid in the next 3 months because of expiring options," he said. When asked for comment by CNBC, ProPublica responded with the following statement from editor-in-chief Steven Engelberg. Elon Musk's remarks confirmed the accuracy of our reporting, which disclosed that he paid no federal income taxes in 2018. As we pointed out in our story, Musk has supported his lifestyle by borrowing money against his stock holdings, a textbook example of the strategy known as buy, borrow and die. We noted in our story that his tax payments to the government in recent years were a tiny portion of his multi-billion-dollar gains and wealth. ProPublica sent Musk detailed questions before publishing their June story, and he did not reply. At the conference on Tuesday, Musk said ProPublica had no interest in the truth about his finances. We remain interested in any comment he might have on the U.S. tax system or his own strategies for minimizing his tax obligations, Engelberg said Wednesday. Later, someone else tweeted with an image from the movie Alien, labeling the alien grabbing onto the face of an astronaut as UAW and the victim as Biden. Musk responded with a tweet that said, "Seems that way." Musk has been in battles with the United Auto Workers Union, which thus far has failed to organize workers at Tesla's factories. The SpaceX flight received multiple tweets of congratulations during and after the flight from Bill Nelson, the former senator who Biden appointed as NASA administrator. Congratulations #Inspiration4. With today's splashdown, you've helped demonstrate that low Earth orbit is open for business, Nelson tweeted on Saturday. Low Earth orbit is now more accessible for more people to experience the wonders of space, he tweeted last week after liftoff. We look forward to the future, one where NASA is one of many customers in the commercial space market. Onward and upward. Biden has been good for Musk. In a number of ways, the Biden administration has been very good to Musk's companies. SpaceX has NASA contracts to deliver both supplies and U.S. astronauts to the International Space Station. Many predate Biden taking office, but the company has gotten additional NASA contracts this year. In April, it was awarded a $2.9 billion NASA contract to build spacecraft that will land astronauts on the moon for the first time in 5 decades. Despite protest from Blue Origin, the rocket company led by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, which had also sought the contract. Tesla has greatly benefited from regulatory tax credits it sold to other automakers who are not complying with tougher emission rules. Tesla, which sells only EVs, has an excess supply of those credits that can be sold. Those credits could get more valuable if the Biden administration toughens emissions rules as it has proposed to do. Until the most recent quarter, Tesla would never have turned a profit without the benefits from the sale of those credits, and back when it was still losing money, the credits also helped fund its early operations. Tesla also benefited in the past from a $7,500 tax credit to buyers of electric vehicles, a fact that allowed it to charge more for the cars. Buyers of EVs made by Tesla and General Motors no longer qualify for that tax credit because of the number of plug-in cars they have delivered in the past. Biden has supported restoring a $7,500 tax credit to buyers of electric vehicles, no matter who built them, which would be a benefit for Tesla, although there would be limits on the price of the car and the income of the buyer for it to be claimed, so it wouldn't necessarily apply to all Tesla sales. Language and version of the legislation that passed the House Ways and Means Committee last week to give an additional $4,500 tax credit to EVs made with union labor and another $500 for those with batteries made in the United States. Although Tesla does make its batteries here, it is a non-union company. Apparently, because of its non-union status, Tesla was not invited to a White House event with Biden in which he announced plans to toughen emission rules and called for ambitious goals to shift from gasoline-powered cars to EVs. GM, Ford, and Stellantis, which have union labor, all appeared, as did representatives from the United Auto Workers Union. Biden, who is seen as perhaps the most union-friendly president in history, has been working to keep the UAW supportive of the push for electric vehicles, despite concerns within the union that a switch to EVs could cost some jobs because they require perhaps as much as 1/3 less hours of labor to assemble due to fewer moving parts. This is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, and if you are new, then don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for the future updates. See you till the next video.